Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I want to go over a popular option strategy called the wheel. Uh, and I also want to show you what happens when the wheel goes bad. So the title of this was When the Options Wheel Strategy Gets a Flat Tire. These are two dividend traps, and I want to go over them as kind of a case study. Now, even though it's hurting me financially, I think this might be beneficial for some people just to show that no option strategy is perfect and that there's going to be some losses occasionally. So even well-respected, uh, like bigger name companies, they could experience uncomfortable price drops. It could be for any reason, just like bad economy, bad earnings, lawsuits. So, for example, 3M used to be, well, I think technically it's still a dividend king. So any company that has paid 50 plus years of increasing dividends is not immune to losses. So even dividend kings can turn into dividend court jesters. Unfortunately, I feel like a clown for owning this company for so long, but this is still, I think, very helpful for maybe or newer traders or dividend investors, and like there's some things that you can learn from this. And are there any good ways to get out of these type of traps? So, as I mentioned before, 3M used to be a good dividend king. uh, Actually 60 plus years of increasing dividend payouts until they had a series of big lawsuits that really killed the stock price. 3M is actually considered a economic barometer stock because their products and services touch so many parts of the economy that you can actually kind of tell how well the U.S. economy is going just by the price of 3M. And unfortunately, this is not good for the overall economy because if 3M is taking a beating, I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen to the actual economy and like people's jobs. So I'm a little bit nervous. It's probably pricing in a recession. I really hope I'm wrong on this one. I'm hoping most of it was just due to the lawsuits, but it's not looking good, folks. So I just want to kind of mentally prepare you guys too. So my original cost basis was around $160, less the premium that I collected uh, from the option premium from the cash secured put. Right now, the dividend yield, if you decide to take a chance, it's actually not bad at almost almost 7%. Technically, it's 6.6. It might change a little bit by the time you watch this video, but this is a big nasty drop of $70 from when I originally bought it. So right now it's hovering around like the $90 area. And by the time you read this, it might be a little bit less too. So I'm collecting about $1.50 each quarter. So let's say for the full year, that means I should be getting about $600 a year just for 100 shares. Right now, unfortunately, the cover calls are too far away. Normally, when you go perform a options wheel strategy, your goal is to get a cash secured put at a lower price than what the stock is currently trading at. And then if the stock does drop to your cash secured strike price, normally what happens then is when you get assigned, the next thing that you do is to sell a covered call immediately just to offset the cost basis a little bit more. But unfortunately, right now, since it's so far away, to me, it doesn't make sense to sell a covered call yet. I sold a few covered calls, but it's definitely not enough to offset the losses in the stock price. So, for example, I'm down about $7,000 in terms of, I guess, like unrealized capital loss. And if I want to try to recoup this via dividends, it's going to take me over 11 years. So it's a real stinker in my portfolio right now. it's just hogging up um, valuable capital. So this is like something that you guys want to watch out for. Us like don't just blindly sell cash secured puts just because of premium or even in this case, I thought I was doing the smart thing because I thought, oh, 3M was on sale, and if I sell a cash secured put, I might get it at a lower price. I had no idea that 3M would drop so much. Uh, I didn't think the lawsuits were that serious. I thought they had enough, just like cash reserves and good lawyers to kind of fight them off. But man, it's brutal. So the next thing, the next stock that I want to go over with you guys is CVS. Again, at the time, I thought, oh, this seems like a good company. It has a lot of potential to be a healthcare powerhouse, right? So, I think most of you have experience with CVS as through the pharmacy and maybe even their insurance. But boy, I was not prepared for such a drop. It wasn't as bad as 3M. Right now, like the dividend yield is about 3.5%. Covered calls might be plausible. Maybe if they have like good earnings, I might be able to sell like another round of covered calls. But we'll have uh, to kind of wait and see. So again, I the only good thing I did with these stocks is I only bought 100 shares, and I did not double down. But I should have kind of, I guess, like anytime a stock drops 20% or more, that should be like kind of like a red flag and kind of, well, maybe just cut your losses here. But I thought at the time, both of these companies were pretty good, and I thought, oh, let me just try to ride it out. And in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best decision. So CVS, like it cost me $95. So 100 shares is 9,500. Originally I thought, oh, maybe I can get a good dividend yield out of this, but uh, you know, the stock drop of 26 bucks to a little bit less than like 70 bucks. I mean, it's pretty painful. So this guy is paying me about 60 cents per quarter. So every year it should be paying me about $240, assuming nothing bad happens again. The cover call's a little bit too far away right now, and I hope that right now I'm down about 2,600 bucks. So divided by $240 in dividends, it's about a 10-year break even. So again, like I'm kind of cursing on myself. But what's done is done. All I can do is just collect dividends and 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 these are at least the only good thing is like CVS and 3M. I don't see them going out of business. I I, I hope because they're very large established companies. But I guess in this crazy world, you just never know. So I guess like the good thing about this approach in general for the option wheel strategy is pretty fairly easy for most people to pick up. And then now like since I'm sitting on like some losses, right now it's called a dividend trap because all I can do is just sit back and collect dividends and hope that over time that I'll recover my losses and I hope that I made a good choice in terms of selecting good companies. And I might be able to escape, but I guess by the time I reach, I guess normal retirement age. But it's in the meantime, it doesn't feel good. And there's no guarantee of a full recovery. And option strike selection will probably stink for covered calls. So if I sell covered calls, I'm gonna collect like skimpy uh, premiums, and it's not gonna be enough to offset the current losses. I think maybe in a few years, like uh, whenever there's a maybe a spike in prices, I might be able to get away with selling a covered call here and there. But it won't be probably as consistent as dividends. I really hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that the economy maybe it's just going through uh, temporary setback, and maybe the recession won't be as bad. But I have to kind of be realistic about my chances here. So, just a warning for you guys that, just really be careful about how much you want to spend on stocks right now. So, if you like this type of content, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. Um, Ask me any questions that you want, and I hope this is helpful. So, thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.